With the Warriors and Rockets Western Conference Finals series tied 2-2 heading back to Houston for Game 5 on Thursday, this Warriors Sound Review listens into the talk in the postgame after Game 4, and we start with Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant addressing the media afterward.
I mean, when you give yourself a lead like that, it would help to sustain it and, try to make the game as easy as possible early. We played really well in that first, 6-7 minutes and made it tough on them, but they're a great team. So whether you extend the lead or not, it's a 48-minute game, and we had plenty of chances to come down the stretch and win the game. So not a ideal situation after the way we started, but like the fight that we showed, and fatigue is not an excuse for either side. So that'll never creep in your mind.
I think it's been physical every game. They made timely shots in the fourth. Eric Gordon hit the big three to put him up 5. I think that gave him a nice cushion. And, we had chances to, win this basketball game. But you got to tip your hat to Houston that came out and took a game on the road. And we just got to regroup and be better next game.
Here's the talk afterward with the TNT Inside the NBA crew after the game from their set inside Oracle Arena.
Does James Harden have to have an MVP kind of night?
And we said
yes
before, and now, yes, him and Chris Paul. That's the thing. They have to play great every game. That's the responsibility, the way they're structured. They give the ball to Chris, they give the ball to James, so they have to play well. Steph, Clay, and Kevin don't have to play well because they don't run their offense with those guys every single time. When the Rockets are going to get a ball to James, they're going to give it to Chris, and they have to make plays.
And to add on to what Chuck is saying, of course, everyone knows the Rockets 1-2 punch, James and Chris Paul, they play well. But if you can get one or two other guys to step up and hit some shots like Eric Gordon did and just move the basketball, they're a tough team to beat.
The end of that game, this possession, when we were talking about what are they trying to do, and you see Draymond Green
trying to call timeout
as that play was going absolutely nowhere.
Ernie, I thought the last 3 or 4 minutes they got some of the worst shots you ever see a Warrior team get.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I agree. I just think overall, this was one of the games where you say the champs flustered, and not they actually went into an isolation situation,
trying to be hero ball.
Didn't move the basketball. Didn't get other people involved. And I tell my kids all the time, you got to play well with others.
Yeah.
And so you got to play well with others when you're on a basketball team, and that's how they're constructed. And like you said, Klay Thompson didn't have a great game, and you lose by a shot at the buzzer to win it. So again, like as Charles repeatedly said, you don't have to have all 3 of your guys playing well, and you still can win. And I was surprised, and I think we all were, the way the shot selection that the Warriors took.
A lot of threes taken late when you didn't need a three in that
Steph
situation.
Shot a one-handed running 3 with guy hanging all over him.
You don't often see a 12-point quarter by the Golden State Warriors, but that's what they had in the fourth quarter, and it cost them 95-92. The final, Rockets tied the series.
Finally, at the NBA TV studios, Matt Weiner, Isaiah Thomas, and David Griffin had this breakdown.
And there's this line of questioning with the Warriors in particular about minutes and the effect on the rotation for obvious reasons because Andre Iguodala was not available tonight. Houston only played 7 players in this game, and we were talking off air about how they looked like the fresher team at the end of this game. The Warriors, whether it's because of the disruption in the rotation or whatever, were not very good in the fourth quarter. The Rockets were just a much better team late in this game.
They played, I thought, with a level of urgency that Golden State really didn't, but they also played like a team without 2 guards with strained knees, right? So Klay Thompson leaves the game. They have to be concerned about what that looks like. Steph obviously coming back from his injury, Iguodala not being available. Golden State's starting to take a few shots here now. And I really believe all of the conference finals and the finals become a war of attrition. And Golden State's taken some shots that are sort of out of their hands.
Yeah.
And it compounds things when they are taking moments for granted. So I think what's exciting now about this series, when we said it really starts, so our trainer in Phoenix used to say things are getting serious. So as it gets serious now, we're going to find out how good this Golden State team can really be, and if they're healthy enough to get to that level right now, this is going to be really exciting basketball.
And I think what really happened tonight is I thought Golden State let Houston see who they could really be as a basketball team. And throughout this whole season, I didn't think Houston really came to the table with the belief that they could beat Golden State. Not only could they beat Golden State, but they can be this type of defensive juggernaut that we saw tonight.
Right.
I mean, everybody talks about, their offense, but what I saw tonight from a defensive standpoint, their defensive stamina, their concentration, their mental fortitude, their attitude, and, we used to always say, mental is to physical as 4 is to 1. And their mentality tonight coming into the game was not to outscore Golden State, but to defend them and stop them. And I thought they did exactly that.
Thursday, it's Game 5 in Houston. Then Saturday, the series returns to Oracle Arena for Game 6. I'm Lawrence Scott, and this is Warrior Sound.